20-year-old Jan Sargent was a student at the University of Texas Tech. She believed that drinking and driving was very unsafe, and she believed that the phrase designated driver was a commitment. It was an act of kindness that could save lives. In November 2006, she was the designated driver for two of her friends. She was driving to go pick them up, and she stopped safely at a red light. When the light turned green, she proceeded through the intersection, and out of nowhere, a car went through the red light and hit Jan's car. The other driver died at the scene, and Jan was left in critical condition. She was rushed to the hospital, and her parents and her family all arrived, and they stood there by her side while she took her last breath. I'm here to tell you guys that, to convince you guys to never drink and drive. I'm going to go through the the effects that drinking and driving has on your body and your ability to drive, the legal consequences, and the consequences that it has on other people. So, although the effects of alcohol may be different for everybody, depending on their weight, their age, and their gender. These are the limits that LifeTech, a company that has been making breathalyzers for 30 years, gives, and the effects that these amounts can have on your body while driving. So with a 0.02 to a 0.03% blood alcohol content, other people may not be able to see that you've been drinking or have alcohol in your system, but you may feel more relaxed, more outgoing, or maybe a little lightheaded. With a 0.04 to a 0.06 blood alcohol content, you may have impaired memory and reasoning, which may affect your driving. With a 0.07 or a 0.09, your driving will be impaired, your vision, your reaction time, and you may be more likely to have risky behaviors. This is very dangerous level because you may think that you're reacting and you're acting better than you actually are. So if you get a 0.08 if you're over 21 or a 0.01 if you're under 21, those are the legal limits to where it is illegal to drive, and the consequences will be higher. Court Justice Judge Bruce McMillan one day was reported missing by his wife. The police were looking for him, and when they found him, he was slumped over in his car with a half-drinking vodka bottle on his passenger seat and his keys in the ignition. He was then taken to the jail, and his breath was tested, and he had a 0.253. That's 3 times the legal limit. He was 63 years old. He was fined $1,900. His license was revoked for 2 years, and he lost his job. I think that is a very big price to pay for drinking and driving, and it's definitely not worth it. The Daily Mail says that McMillan stated that he came to the facts that his career was ruined and he was now a broken man. Attorney Rich Smith states the legal consequences. After the first offense, it could lead to 4 days to 6 months in jail, up to $1,000 fine, and your license can be suspended. After the second offense, this increases dramatically, and you have to have an ignition interlock device in your car that checks your breath before it allows your car to start. This drinking and driving does not only have legal consequences, but it also has many emotional consequences on other people. There are 300,000 DUI incidents a day, 10,497 deaths a year. That's 29 deaths a day. one every 50 minutes. These deaths are 100% preventable, and it should not be taken lightly. Drinking and driving does not only affect the driver, but it affects everyone in the incident, as well as their families and all of their loved ones. These 300,000. The Mothers Against Drunk Driving states that these 300 incidents a year they state that these incidents are definitely preventable, and so in November 2006, not only were these 2 lives lost because of the one bad decision, but everyone was affected. Jan's family was affected. They lost a daughter, a sister, a friend, a classmate, and the whole community was affected. The driver's family also lost a mom, a daughter, a sister, and a friend. Drinking and driving can affect everybody that is involved in the incidents and should be prevented at all costs. In conclusion, I would like to say that now that you've seen the legal effects, the effects that it has on your body while driving, and the emotional effects, that you guys would be more like Jan. You would think that it's very unsafe to drink and drive, and that designated driver is not just an empty phrase. It is a commitment, it's an act of kindness, and it can save lives.
Jasmine, what did you think?
I like their topic, drinking and driving. I feel like there's a lot of related stories regarding that we can relate to and make us change our mind, because I know most of us think that one drink is enough for us to go driving, because I know I've done that personally, that one beer, but it's not okay. You do feel like you're fine, but in reality you're not. I like how she started off with the Jan story. It caught her attention of how a designated driver can be the one that got killed, because a lot of stories are like that, where the sober one always dies and the alcoholic or drunk one is the one who lives, but in this case both people died. So I like that. She did really good looking at us when she first started, but towards the end she did get stuck, so maybe she could have practiced a little bit more. And then I liked how she did talk about Bruce McMillan, who was a judge, how you see those people that are higher, but in reality they're the same as us, and they have problems and they drink also. And it was good that he got his license revoked and lost his job too. I like how she also told us that you get 4 to 6 months in jail for the first offense, and then you get long term, because I didn't know that, so that's something that we learned. And also the percentage, the point range from what you can be to from 0.8. I like how she did that information. And I also liked how she ended again with the story from Jan and how who she was. She was a daughter, a mother, and a sister, and also with the other lady. So I liked her topic, and I should think that all of us should not drink and drive.
Yeah. Well, I think most of us recognize that drinking and driving is a bad idea. The real problem is that we don't always recognize when we are impaired and think, we're going to be okay in regard to that. And I think that the material that you had, where you're talking about the different effects at the different BAC levels, was was a good way to kind of connect to that. I agree. The thing with the example of Jan that you have at the beginning as a designated driver, and even though she, wasn't intoxicated, she's the one who was immediately, she was killed along with what I thought was assumed was a intoxicated driver. I think you say that toward the end of the speech. You didn't say it at the beginning, so that was a little. I got the point. I think that's what was going on. That would have been an easy fix. The structure's fine. The things that you talked about are pretty good. I do think that you get in that one section toward the end where a lot of your argument is, and you've got some statistical information and some factual data that you're presenting to show us how significant the problem is, and you got a little stuck on that. You got kind of confused. I think it's probably 300,000 incidents a day. Like you said, one person almost every hour is being killed by a drunk driver in this country, and that's the way to summarize that argument. And you got flustered on it, and that's I think Jasmine's right. That would have been one of those things where a little bit more practice would probably have fixed that issue. All right, I'm going to keep it short. Like I said, I promised myself I would do that, and so far, not as good as that as it should be.